Hi guys, come crochet with me today. This is more of a watch what I do than a tutorial. It's tough to make tutorials, but here I'm making the heart granny square. I really just wanted to try and make one for Valentine's Day. I will link a very good tutorial below video for you. I chose the purple to make the hearts, and then I did pink for the box part around the hearts because I had a lot of pink yarn. They're pretty easy to make. I definitely had to keep looking at the pattern though, because it's a few stitch changes that I had to remember, and I made a lot of these granny squares to make this vest. And I love my little makeup applicator there on my needle. It really does help. My hands were sore after crocheting because it took me a solid probably 4 days of working on this to finish it. Now, not straight working on it, taking breaks, but I really liked it. It's definitely cute, and I didn't do a uniform job on all of them, some of them were definitely wonky, and I didn't go back and fix them. So definitely left a little bit of my mistakes, and here I am. It's really satisfying when you get a big stack of these, kind of laying them out, seeing about how many I needed to make, seeing how some of them are a little bit bigger than the other ones. The hearts are a little off, but I had a lot of fun making this, so that's really what matters here. My Valentine's Day vest, and coming up you'll see what I create to store the granny squares while I'm working on the vest. So let's check that out next after you see me laying out all my hard work. Okay, so I'm going to make a granny square blocker. Basically, it kind of puts the granny squares so they'll hold their shape and like stretches them out. So when I go to sew them all together, they will be not kind of wonky and like curled and stuff. So these are my Valentine's Day ones. And I'm going to create that with, I have 2 pieces from a Amazon box. Oh yeah, and I can cut these in half even, and then I have these are just like skewers for making shish kebabs. So I'm gonna take these 2. Let me get my back thing because I'm gonna cut. Grab that. Because I'm gonna cut these in half. Let's see, 6. Alright, so I'm going to double these up so they're like thicker. So we got the one here. I'm going to use this guy as my guide for where to poke. I'm just going to like poke it in, poke it all the way through. I should just lay all 4 of them together and do this. There is the one. And then I do the other one. See, and you'll see that it's going to come in. That's why I have 4 of these, because some are going to be at the top to help hold it. It's pretty easy. Some people do this with pins. I'm sure there's a way I could do it where it would be more equal. I'm eyeballing this, guys. That's what I do. Alright, so I'm going to take these out. Make sure we're all the way through all 4 boards here. These skewers are pretty pointy, man. Stab myself as I'm going all the way through. all the way through. And I'm going to thinking about hot gluing these bottom ones so they're not going to be wiggling around. I'm going to do it. I just added all the squares in here to help give it some stability while I was getting ready to glue those sticks in place. Kind of pushing them mostly flush. I'm gonna have to let those two dry before I do the other two because I don't want to pull them out. Alright guys, so I've been working on my granny squares for Valentine's Day, my heart granny squares. They're in my stacker. I think I have enough to start piecing my little vest together. I just want to say this is super satisfying. Like, I don't know why I love this so much, but this is so cool. They're all stacked on here. So I'm going to take them off, I'm going to lay them out, and try and decide how I want to stitch this vest together. I am going to have to do the sides, which I'm just going to crochet, probably double crochet just on the side, and not do granny squares there, because you won't, I mean, they're under my arms. So I basically just slip stitched these all together. I kind of like pinched them together and did a little slip stitch. There's lots of ways you can join. I could have gotten a yarn needle and sewed them together, which would have been kind of neater looking and wouldn't have had like such a pronounced join. But I like this. I wanted to use my crochet hook for most of it, and it was pretty easy. So just adding them all together. This took a lot longer. It always takes me longer to do these projects than I anticipate. So warning for you when you want to try and do something like this. It takes longer than you think. So basically, I have all the pieces to put it together here. And that guy's the only one still alone because of how I decided to do it. So I'm gonna do, I guess, do these two. Then I can do down this row. So that's what I'm gonna do first. Just attach the two long pieces. I'm gonna do the same way I did this. Try and tuck in all the weaved ends inside. So still pinching it out like this because that's how I started. So they're all gonna have like a seam on the outside that shows, but I'm okay with it. So all those little dangly pieces in the end, I am gonna have to like take my yarn needle and kind of weave in. I just loop it in there and then weave it through and put it into the other bits. I'll do that at the end. I actually don't show you how I do that, but I will do that part. But here I'm just stitching it all together. Alright, so now I'm gonna get this little flap that I left out before, and maybe I'll use it to take a minute and do up there. I don't know what I'm doing yet, y'all. Alright guys, so here we are. I'm going to stitch together, I have the two sides all stitched together, and I'm going to stitch together at the shoulder. So get a little closer to me and stitch the shoulder together, and then I just got to do the sides and the V, and then stitch in all the ends, which is just going to be insane because I've just been ignoring them up to this point. Alright guys, so I have like the vest together. It looks funky, but look here. it. I'm going to stitch the sides with side stuff. And then I want to do something here. I don't want to just leave it square. But it looks like hearts. And it looks like a vest. Now I gotta figure out how I'm doing the sides. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch up here 1, 2, and half. Because I don't want to go all the way up to here because then it was like right in my armpit. So I'm going to stitch up here. And then I'm just going to do double crochet across, and I'll put it on occasionally and measure it, like put it up and eyeball it and see if it's as tight as I want, and then I'll just attach it to that back piece. That's my plan. Then it'll be like kind of ribbed, because I'll only sew in the, every time I flip it I'll sew in the other, so it'll have like a ribbed look, which I like for the sides. So I'm going to get that started, and I will show you what we get after that. So here you get like a peek at my ribbed siding here that I started working on. And I joined the one side, and now I'm going to join this other side. This is the shorter version. I did it pull through, pull through. Oh, this is going to be so weird doing it in this direction. What if I get smart? Things can be turned, Ashton. Let's start this the other way. These still need to be stitched in, but I will put you up so you can see me try it on. Which side I wanted as the front. Probably this side. Okay. Alright, so am I kind of crazy? Do I look like, you know, Grandma would make this and send it to her grandkids for them to wear? Or is it cute? I don't know. I still think I want to do like stitch a border all the way around, like the bottom and the armholes, and then I don't know if I like this square part. I kind of wanted to like do something here to make it, maybe if I did that, what I do on the side here, if I did another square and made it higher, that's something I could do. I could do stitch another purple heart here, and then I'm going to put it right up here. I don't know. Let me consult my mom and my sister and see what they say. And we'll come back and see what else we gotta do to finish this guy. Alright guys, so I'm done my vest. My Valentine's Day Granny Square vest. I wanted to make Valentine's Day Granny Squares, and I was like, what am I gonna make with them? And I've made hats before, and scarves before, blankets. I've never made like a piece of like a vest or a sweater, and so I wanted to try it. I love it and I hate it. I don't know. I don't know that I'll ever wear it out in public, but it was about, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. It was about 28 squares. And then I did the scalloped edging, and I stitched it all together. I used my crochet needle and then the yarn needle. I really liked making it. Like I said, I don't know. I also did like this ribbing look on the sides, and then on the back it has more like a mirrored. I started out with it lower, and then I added the other square because it just looked too funky and long. And that was my mom's idea, to add the scallops. And then I got this out of my yarn bag, as anytime I make scallops I like to look at it. I'll take a close-up and show you on the screen, but it's my grandmother's handwriting on how to do scallops, so I love it. But yeah, so lessons learned. I kind of, when I'm sewing them together, I just do slip stitches and I pinch them, and next time I want to pinch them the other way because you can see all the seams on this, which I like. It's a part of the charm of it. If I were to do it again, I want to do a different way to attach them. Also, I started just cutting off a lot of the tails. Don't do that. You have to really make sure you have them tied before you cut them, and or just sew them in, like stick them, take that needle and just weave them in, because then stuff can start coming unraveled if you cut the wrong ones, and then you'll be very sad, because some of that happened to me. Also, I did have to redo this on the side once because I did it too low and I needed to be up higher. So that kind of sucked because I finished and then I had to redo it. But, you know, such is life. So this is the vest, front, the back. I hope you all enjoyed me making it. I used a pattern for the heart, but that's it. The rest of it was my own design. I want to know, A, would you wear this in public? B, would you buy this and or sell this? Or at least the pattern. I don't know. It's warm. It's festive. I feel very Valentine-y. I don't know. We'll see if I'm brave enough to wear it out somewhere. Maybe I'll make it into a pillow if I never wear it. Or if somebody wants to buy it. Who knows? But this was fun. I'm going to try a more basic and easy vest that's more wearable next time. We'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this. I will link the video that I used to do the heart pattern below. I will link my supplies in the description. If you guys go and get those items on Amazon for my links, I get a little something from that, and that's nothing extra from you. So I'd love it if you could help me out. Help my channel grow, subscribe, share me, all the good things. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time.